Hello, writers. Today's lesson is about using specific words to help your reader understand exactly what is happening. Today, I want to teach you that writers of informational texts reread their drafts, looking for places where they use language that was too general. They ask themselves, what is it exactly that I'm trying to say here? What image do I want my reader to have? Then, writers rewrite those sentences with more precise or exact language. So let's look at this being applied. So we know that writers use clear and specific vocabulary to paint a picture for their readers. So the first thing writers do is reread their drafts and they ask themselves, what exactly am I trying to say here? They think about all of the specific vocabulary they know, and then they try rewording sentences using that specific vocabulary and other more specific words. So let's read this the way the author originally wrote it. I'm going to read only in black. This is a passage about the events leading to the American Revolution. After the 7 Years' War, Great Britain sent soldiers to protect them. England said the colonists needed to pay them back. They began imposing taxes. The colonists were angry about the taxes and decided to stop buying British goods. So there's a lot of theys and thems, and we don't know who the writer is actually talking about. So the first sentence, after the 7 Years' War, Great Britain sent soldiers to protect them. The writer changes it to the colonists. After the 7 Years' War, Great Britain sent soldiers to protect the colonists. The second sentence, England said the colonists needed to pay them back. That's not specific enough. So the writer changes it to pay back their debt, and debt is when you owe someone money. The third sentence originally said they began imposing taxes. Well, who is they? They is the British government called Parliament, so it changes to Parliament began imposing taxes. And the last sentence, instead of reading the colonists were angry about the taxes and decided to stop buying British goods, the author, the writer, decides to use the vocabulary word boycott, which is a more specific way of saying stop buying. So the last sentence reads, the colonists were angry about the taxes and decided to boycott British goods. So now let's reread it with the revised words in place. After the 7 Years' War, Great Britain sent soldiers to protect the colonists. England said the colonists needed to pay back their debt. Parliament began imposing taxes. The colonists were angry about the taxes and decided to boycott British goods. So this is much more precise, and we get a clear sense as to who's boycotting, who's putting in the taxes, and who the soldiers are coming to protect. So these revisions really helped us get a picture of what was happening in our minds. And now it's your turn to try it. Go back through your writing and look for vague words, and vague means words that are too general and not precise. Ask yourself, what am I really trying to say here? Then try rewording those parts or sentences to make them more precise and exact. Remember, the goal is to say things using specific words and vocabulary so that your reader understands exactly what is going on. Good luck, writers.